The gestures and the marks that I use are a language. It's a way of communicating. It's a way of, with myself and then potentially a viewer, a way of sharing similar thoughts with other artists and saying, why can't spray paint just look like spray paint? Let the wood look like wood, or like the material to really be evident, not try to hide the material. That's really important, I think, with any of these works. Installations like this here in the museum speak to what I do outdoors and in my studio, and that I'm using a lot of the same forms, placing a lot of emphasis on the color. In this case, with this installation, I'm doing something a little bit different because I'm cutting out shapes out of plywood, just fastening them to the drywall. My process typically is a little bit intuitive and spontaneous, so nothing's really predetermined. I like to have pure freedom with my color selection, pure freedom with my spontaneous mark making, or pure freedom with the cutting of the wood. I'm very interested in minimalism, very interested in abstract expressionism, very interested in cubism and a lot of things that happened way before I was alive, and I like to kind of look back and see what was done and try to apply that to a contemporary aesthetic. The works on paper that I've brought to install are very much based on mark making. They're just loose, basically out of my sketchbook. I did them in one day, very quickly, almost just sort of a study, just different ideas that came to me quickly that I thought could be potentially ideas for larger works. I'm very excited to be here in Dothan, to be doing this installation and an exhibit here at the museum. One of the really exciting things to me is creating the public works here, the billboard, the other two site-specific public locations. Really interested in going to new places, whether it be smaller cities or really big cities. I think that creativity can thrive everywhere.